The whispers have turned into screams. The SR-72 is here. It's been here all along, hidden in front of our very eyes. Darkstar, a dark, mean hypersonic jet that took Tom Cruise around the world in the Top Gun movie sequel, was in fact designed and built by Lockheed Martin's Skunk Works division, the same division that builds virtually every groundbreaking aircraft of the company, the F-117 Nighthawk and F-22 Raptor, for instance. The Darkstar's Lockheed Martin ancestry isn't much of a secret. There's an entire webpage of the aircraft on Lockheed Martin's official website. But what's a lot less known is that the Darkstar shares many outward visual similarities with an unmanned hypersonic design that the company publicly pitched to the U.S. military in the past, an aircraft known as SR-72. John Nielsen, Lockheed Martin's Director of Communications for Europe, the Middle East, and Africa, had also made a post on Twitter, now X, implying that Darkstar could offer a sneak peek at what might be the Lockheed Martin SR-72. The SR-72 earns its name from being the spiritual successor to the one American jet the Soviet Union could not stop, the fastest, highest-flying jet in history, the SR-71 Blackbird. The SR-72 Darkstar aims to be even more unstoppable, a sleep-depriving nightmare for rivals of the United States. So while Top Gun 2 is officially over, we'll still live in a world ruled by hypersonic jets like the Darkstar and SR-72. So what is the Darkstar? The SR-72? And what is the SR-72? Darkstar? Officially, no one knows. However, their expected capabilities are roughly the same. Therefore, their design shouldn't be far apart either. The Darkstar design includes a cockpit layout with zero forward visibility, a design also found on Skunk Works' real X-59 Quiet Supersonic Technology aircraft, or Quest, which it is building for NASA. The art on Lockheed Martin's official site shows the Darkstar having a port on the top of the fuselage, a type of port typically associated with a celestial navigation system. The SR-71 Blackbird had a celestial navigation system. When a jet moves incredibly fast, GPS is beneath it, too slow. Instead, the jet calls on planets and stars to guide the way, literally. This is the level of standoutness expected of the SR-72. So while Darkstar may be fictional, it isn't necessarily unreal, as it gives insights into what the SR-72 should or could be. A hypersonic jet designed to strike fear into the hearts of even America's greatest rivals, with capabilities that can only best be described as science fiction. Capabilities such as: Number 4. Unrivaled stealth. Stealth is the suite of technologies responsible for making jets invisible in the sky to enemy radar, the human eye, and other detection methods. Although stealth was being worked on in the 20th century, which the SR-71 is proof of, the technology has only really been around for one generation of aircraft, with the introduction of the 5th generation F-22 Raptor. Since then, stealth has gone on to prove its value on the battlefield and show the world that it is a technology that's here to stay. If the SR-72 will be the U.S. Air Force's 6th generation NGAD fighter, it must be highly stealthy, stealthier than the F-22, which still remains the stealthiest fighter ever built. According to the Air Force, the NGAD fighter would maximize its stealth features by taking an overall triangular shape, internally holding its payload, and having no vertical stabilizers. It is the first fighter in history to be unveiled with such a revolutionary design. Vertical stabilizers had always been required to keep an aircraft airborne until the concept of active flow control came to life in the B-2 Spirit. Active flow control uses computer brains on board to constantly adjust the flow around the aircraft to keep it airborne, similar to how birds fly. The result? Unrivaled stealth, as can be seen in the B-2 Spirit, which has remained the world's stealthiest aircraft for almost 3 decades. Number 3. Open architecture. If history teaches a million things, one of them is that jets will almost always have room for improvement, no matter how impressive they already are. Therefore, jets of the future, such as the NGAD fighter, are being designed to be able to take on these improvements quickly and easily. Such a design is known as open architecture. An open architecture allows for interoperability between aircraft, adaptability, cost-effectiveness, and agility in developing and maintaining fighter jets. ultimately enhancing their mission capabilities. With the NGAD fighter able to take on new parts with ease, it can be customized to wield special capabilities required for special missions, or better still, take on new parts that upgrade it into the next generation. Therefore, the 6th generation SR-72 NGAD fighter could become the 7th generation SR-72 NGAD fighter. Number 2. Advanced Sensors and Weapons. As an air superiority fighter capable of multi-role missions, the SR-72 would be fitted with highly sensitive sensors so it can detect threats, targets, and friendlies from many miles away. For maximum sensitivity, the Air Force would do away with mounted radars and replace them with electronically configured smart skins integrated into the aircraft's fuselage. And the SR-72's sensitivity will transcend individual jets. On missions, the jets would be connected with one another to share crucial data swiftly with friendlies and keep every member of the fleet abreast of the battlefield situation. When it comes to weapons, the SR-72 wouldn't hold back like the SR-71 did. If it will operate as the U.S. Air Force's prime fighter, it must be armed. The fighter will therefore wield an assortment of America's most lethal weapons, including a cannon shooting rounds the size of people, bombs, missiles, laser weapons, and even loyal wingmen flying alongside to execute mini-missions. To put it simply, the SR-72 will be armed to its metallic teeth. This, combined with its speed, sensitivity, hybrid engine, stealth, and much more, is what would enable it to dominate the skies of the future. Number 1. Unbelievable speeds. To this day, the SR-71 holds the record for the fastest jet in human history. Yet, the SR-72 will be twice as fast, with a top speed of Mach 6, dwarfing the SR-71's Mach 3. Such high speeds come with a level of air dominance that is truly unbelievable. Despite all efforts, the SR-71 was never shot down. It outran every single thing shot at it with ease. Flying at blurry hypersonic speeds enables the SR-72 to make the most of some of the best surveillance equipment on the planet during reconnaissance and surveillance missions, better than its legendary predecessor did, and jet out of enemy airspace before the enemy knows what's happening. To achieve these impossible speeds, Lockheed Martin has been working with engine manufacturer Aerojet Rocketdyne since the mid-2000s to build a turbine-based combined cycle engine. Despite existing for decades already, such an engine remains groundbreaking technology. So groundbreaking, in fact, that the Air Force Research Laboratory is also developing a turbine-based combined cycle engine known simply as Mayhem. Project Mayhem of the Air Force Research Laboratory is aimed at developing a combined-cycle turbofan scramjet propulsion system capable of propelling larger payloads for longer distances than existing propulsion systems. In December 2022, the Air Force awarded Virginia-based Leidos $334 million for Mayhem's continued development. Mayhem would overcome the biggest challenge to a hypersonic propulsion system, which is accelerating an aircraft from start position to high Mach numbers. A hypersonic engine requires heavy streams of air to operate at all. At a stationary position on the ground, this is impossible. A conventional turbine engine can accelerate an aircraft from start because it doesn't require such an incredible amount of air to operate. But it can accelerate the aircraft to hypersonic speeds. The solution? Combining both worlds. A turbine engine would accelerate the jet from Mach 0 to supersonic Mach 2. And at Mach 2, where the aircraft is now bathing in a hurricane of air, a hypersonic engine, known as a scramjet, kicks in. It takes over and accelerates the aircraft to the Mach 5+ speeds expected of a modern hypersonic aircraft. This is the concept behind the turbine-based combined cycle engine. This is the concept that powered the SR-71 of yesterday, and it seems set to power the SR-72 of tomorrow. And it's all more than theories and empty statements. Lockheed Martin has publicly discussed its chances of building an SR-72 demonstrator aircraft similar in size to the F-22 Raptor. Their best cost estimate was, quote, less than $1 billion, a testament to all the aircraft can be. At the cost of an entire fleet of military aircraft, it'll wield the power of an entire fleet of military aircraft. Russia and China are reportedly also working on similar aircraft. It would appear that the world power that rules the skies of the future is the one that figures hypersonic flight today. For half a century, the United States has dominated the skies with jets more capable than anything the world had ever seen. For the next half century, the plan seems to be the same: dominate the skies with technologies unmatched. The SR-72 is one of such technologies. Its capabilities are out of this world, fit to be alien, fit to feature in a blockbuster movie as the jet of the future. If you think such a movie should be named Top Gun 2 and feature the legendary Tom Cruise in the lead role, give this video a like and subscribe to this channel. Do that now, and thanks for watching.